team, girl, bye. You a money fiend, high five. Bringing up friends for my guys. I got enough drinks to get fried. I'm alive, never testify.
So how did you come up with this hit song, Find the Thing, man? That shit going crazy right now.
I wrote that shit when I was locked up. My name is Polo G, out of the north side of Chicago.
I wrote my first song when I was 9 years old. I still remember it word for word.
How'd it go?
We pull up in them trucks, catch a wet like it, then you out of luck. When that 30 bucks, you just better duck, cause I'm gonna dump it, put you in the trunk. And I guarantee that when you see a op in that car stop, that it's hard drop.
Today I'm here with up and coming rap star Polo G. How you doing, man?
Tables don't turn, now I'm sitting with bosses, this big money talking, they can't comprehend. Bitch, I'm Lil Polo, I cop some new Ralph Lauren if I need to get flyers. I'm come and try to buy a pipe from my city, get your ass poked. They know why I'm throwing up L's, as long as I'm alive, they won't forget you. Shout out to them hustlers handling business, stay posted up like the white.
So where did you get your name from? Was it you wearing a lot of polo or?
That was my favorite clothing line coming up, but the G come from Gucci, that's from my homie.
Your homie, so his name Gucci, man. R.I.P. Gucci, man.
One life, you get one chance. I was walking through the trenches with my gun in hand. I know when to speak out the silence. My heart out, I'm trying to bleed on the mic stand. You me when the night ends. Your kids because it's dangerous in the shot. Walking slow up to that casket, tears raining from his eyes.
Who is Polo G? A dope-ass artist coming out of Chicago. Gonna be considered one of the greats one day.
Mr. Do Too Much, better known as Polo G, was born in Old Town, Chicago on January 6, 1999. He grew up in the Marshall Field Garden Apartments and is the second of 4 children, having an older sister, a younger brother, and a younger sister.
I used to live right here, and I used to live in them other little houses right there. It's the Evergreen Towers, Evergreen Terrace, I guess that's what it's called. We call it the orange doors and the brown doors because that's what color the doors was when you walk through the hallway. Whenever I come back here, I just get that sense of home, like I love being right here. That's why I grew up, that's where I'm from, you feel me?
And even wrote his first verse when he was like 9. Even as a teenager, Polo G displayed a sharp lyrical ability beyond his years. Growing up, he had a bit of a different upbringing than most of his homies coming up in the hood. He was raised by both his parents and a mom who really made sure that he was on his shit. He didn't really have a real goal in particular. He wanted to be a boxer, a wrestler, because he was a big fan of WWE, but he always had rap as a hobby. He derived inspiration from Chicago rap pioneers like G Herbo, Lil Bibby, and King Louie. He was always rapping in school, even in elementary school.
This is my elementary school. This called George Manel. Like I say, I was here from 6th grade on to 8th. My mama graduated from here. Big sister graduated from here. Little brother went to this school. Shit, my whole damn family graduated from here, from this area, shit like that. So.
He felt like he always had something to rap about, with a lot of his friends dying just on their way to school.
There's so many niggas that I was going to school with got killed on their way to school. Facebook, cloud, internet, just in the streets, got their ass smoked on the way to school.
Which really made him feel like he always had a story to tell. It wasn't really until his senior year of high school where everyone around him knew he could rap. And his English teacher, even though he wasn't really showing up to the class, gave him a passing grade because Polo would rap for him after class. As a matter of fact, after graduating high school, he was accepted to Lincoln University with a broadcasting major. He really wanted to be involved with journalism within sports in some kind of way, but decided not to go on his first day, opting to pursue a music career full-time.
I got accepted to HBCU, Lincoln University.
Then what happened?
Oh, I just didn't go.
You see this?
I went to the studio instead. I felt like I was gonna be like a struggling college student. Like I ain't really had no money like that.
He even did a music video on the day of his prom, bruh, in June of 2017.
Number days in the summer, me TNT murder with NET rolling woods up.
He actually didn't start hustling till he was about 17. He figured that he was old enough now to get his own paper and help his mom, seeing that she did everything for him and was struggling herself. As much as he was trying to make it out the hood, he was still getting into some legal trouble. In an interview he had with Vlad in 2018, he talked about how he got arrested like 5 to 6 times back to back on some petty cases, drug charges, and even a high-speed car chase on New Year's Day of 2018. Upon creating a Soundcloud account in early 2018, he released the track Gang With Me.
And every time I pop out, bitch, you know I got the gang with me.
Which quickly racked up millions of plays. He continued gaining traction with his songs Welcome Back,
Niggas so goofy, I don't even wanna make eye contact with them.
and Never Cared. Bangers, bruh.
Get this shit a year or two, let's see who get the farthest.
Along with a bunch of other tracks.
God came and took some more, guess we ain't give him enough. Ain't getting my heart. CRIP done, nigga, ain't no rhyme past them. Now them magazines ain't got no pages, hollow tips what's filled in now.
His track Finer Things, that song really started generating buzz in the underground Chicago rap scene.
Yeah, I know. You be posted up from Sunday to Saturday night.
The song really showed Polo G's signature style. Sick flows paired with vulnerable songwriting. Songs like Battle Cry,
I'm from that 1300 block, I'm still the same nigga.
Hollywood,
I can't even look my mama in her eyes. I put you through so much and I apologize.
Man Listen,
Yes, La Polo, bitch, back from that county again. Had to get outy again.
The Come Up,
What you know about rainy days when them skies are gray, nigga, we ain't see no sun.
really started taking a life of their own for Polo. And without getting into too much detail, cause I don't really like to indulge in that gang shit, but it is part of Polo's life. Polo's from the north side of Chicago, specifically Marshall Field Gardens, which is home to the 1300 gang, which Polo represents. They beef with OTE, who reside at Cabrini Greens, which is one of the oldest and most dangerous hoods in Chicago. The OG high-rise red brick buildings was built back in the 50s, and the war between the two gangs have been going on for so long that many of the active members don't even know how it began, bruh. Polo even references these buildings and the war between the two in the song Finer Things.
For generations, bitch, my side of town been drilling. We been at war ever since the red buildings.
Crazy how they're only 5 minutes away from each other too. There's been about 20 murders between these two gangs since the past 10 years alone. It's unfortunately a never-ending war. Now personally for me, I find his come up specifically to be very interesting because, yo, to be honest, it really was only like, what, a year and some change, maybe only 2 years before he became a mega star in this game. For a lot of rappers, it takes them years, sometimes even 10 years, before they get that breakthrough hit song or even generate a bit of buzz outside of their own city. And the crazy thing is, he didn't even truly have an official project out. No mixtape, nothing. Unless you want to consider the songs that he dropped on SoundCloud, which people call it the Never Cared mixtape, but still. It wasn't like he had a shit ton of mixtapes under his belt before he started generating any type of buzz. And since we talking about buzz, in 2018, there was a rapper coming out of the Bronx who all of you know. His name is Lil TJ, who was blowing up for real this year and signed to Columbia Records shortly after his song Brothers dropped. And during this time, this is when Polo G was really buzzing in Chicago and starting to branch out, especially with the song Finer Things.
I Googled how much my hood worth, like the little project buildings, Marshall Field Gardens. It said it was estimated at $3 million. I'm like, yeah, I'll save up for that. Try to buy that.
So Polo G would actually end up signing to Columbia Records as well. So my boy really went from being locked up in March of 2018 to being signed to a major label just 7 months later at just 19 years old.
I'm from North Dakota, he's from Brazil, and we created something that's going global now.
So you already know, the label was like, oh nah, Polo, TJ, I'm gonna need y'all to lock in the studio right now and make some magic. And boy did they make some magic, bro. Pop Out was released on February 1st, 2019 and debuted at number 95 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming Polo G's and Lil TJ's first chart entry. It peaked at number 11 and lasted about 7 months on there. Yeah man, when I first heard that song, I knew right away that it was a smash. Like right away.
We pop out at your party, I'm with the gang, and it's gonna be a robbery, so tuck your chain.
You just bop your head to it as soon as the beat drops. With Polo's catchy flow on the chorus, it really makes for an anthem that truly was a smash hit for real. Honestly, that whole 2019 really, it was being played everywhere. And TJ just added that flair to it with his voice and flow on it too.
Got that 40 on my side and I'm just rolling past drinks, but my hands can do the job and I ain't talking masturbate.
We pop out at your party, I'm with the gang, and it's gonna be a robbery, so tuck your chain. Amen. Anyways, we're here with a classic, Die a Legend, debut album. My man's really didn't have a project out at all. Signed to Columbia in I believe November of 2018. And then my man's drops literally an album, like as his first project, like an actual studio album. You don't really see that. You usually see them drop hella mixtapes. You feel me? It takes them mad long to actually get a deal, and then they get that debut project. You know what I'm saying? So he came out the gate swinging. He pretty much was a superstar like right away, and he had crazy potential right off the bat. And yeah, I'll never forget the day I added this to Apple Music. I was like, let me give this, you know, Pop Out was lit. It was on my Soundcloud. I was bumping that shit every day. I was like, let me give this project a chance. And just off the first track, Lost Files, bro, I'm like, this dude is spitting, fam. What is going on?
Seem like the industry pick and choose who they want in the front, man. This shit looking rigged to me.
And then Dying Breed.
Real niggas is a dying breed, but I'm still maintaining. Made it out the hood, I still pop out on some gang shit.
And then Through the Storm with his little sister in the beginning, I thought was dope.
Walking court in them shackles, see my mama, her eyes staring.
Shit, Battle Cry. In my opinion, I think BST is the best song on this tape, bro. That shit hit. That shit hits different, bro. That shit's so fire.
System got the hood fucked up, killers, crack fiends, some Christians.
Okay, so this is the insert, the sleeve or whatever you want to call it. Classic Polo G photo. I've seen this shit all the time. Yes, sir. I was doing Uber at the time. When this album came out, I was doing Uber and I would play this album like for all my passengers. I would just keep this shit on. And you know, sometimes there'll be that one dude like, yo, you fuck with Polo G? I'm like, hell yeah, this shit hard as hell. Yo, I used to bump with random people. Like, we used to just turn up to this shit, bro. Nah, but BST though, sleepless nights in my bed. They only love you when you shine, and I won't let it get to my head. Got a little one on the way, now I gotta do this shit for my kid. Having conversations, come on, Sky and everything that I dig. My fine got a bit of legacy. Come on, man. Picture this, come on.
Where I'm from, niggas get a gun and feel invincible. Where I'm from, we go straight to guns and getting physical.
Come on, Chosen One.
I flex with no regrets cause they ain't show me no sympathy.
Deep wounds, like yo.
I've been scarred by your love, left my heart bleeding.
This shit really a classic, bro. I didn't really care for Pop Out Again, to be honest with you. I thought it was a little unnecessary, but they probably did it for the streams. Got a little remix in the end with Lil Baby and Gunna. They were the hottest out, so yeah, I guess I get it. What a way to enter the rap game, bro. When I think of like rappers' debut projects like 50 Cent's Get Rich or Die Trying, you know what I'm saying? Like classic out of the gate projects. I don't know, Nas's Illmatic, Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt. Not everybody has a debut classic project. My man's right here, or like Juice WRLD, Goodbye and Good Riddance.
I switch my swag up, can't you tell the difference? I'm finna buy my own hood with these millions.
But nah, for real, man, I know y'all just saw my ugly ass talking about it, but for real, Die a Legend is really a classic, and 2019 Polo G was really on a mission. And you could even hear it in his voice, the pain, the hunger, it's all there. Not that he don't still have that, but he was just different this year. The album dropped on June 7th, 2019 to some really good critic scores and debuted at number 6 on the charts, selling 38,000 copies first week, selling another 29,000 the following week and 24K the next week, to the point where it was certified platinum just a year later.
How you bumming, folks?
That bitch still ain't blowing.
No. We standing over
Blood
there.
out here, cool.
Posted on my shit. This the new rock block. Fuck you talking about?
I don't see. It's like them bitches just like sitting in the head.
You just pulled in through that motherfucker? Boy, we out here.
Out because it's like, you see how the ball just fall out?
Hey, tell them Chicago niggas taking over LA too, bro.
For sure, this our shit now.
Yeah.
What you think?
Yeah, bro, this our shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Everybody else gonna have to. Everybody else gonna have to move around. This our shit, man.
My OG got deleted. My Instagram got deleted.
My fuck finna be taking over this shit.
Damn, how I turned it on for this part to work?
Let me see. Chris, hold this for a second.
I got the damn things on there.
Hey, you know I'm bumming, man.
Hey, fuck around. I just fuck around, get tatted like right now tonight. Like
I have somebody pull up.
Yeah,
I
Romeo
got a
right
tattoo
pull up, right?
man that I just flew out here.
Oh shit.
Clean up a smoke, cool. With that coming down the street like that. Wet him up, wet him up.
Nah, what's wrong?
That's Betty. That's 9. That's 9.
Polo and Juice WRLD had a pretty cool relationship with each other, being that they're both superstars from the rack, you know, and pretty much came up within the same time frame. Juice a little earlier, but yeah.
Polo G, what was the relationship with Juice WRLD, bro?
That was my dog. That was my dog for sure. I just seen something on like my Snapchat history where we was in Club Live not too long ago. I used to just pull up on him almost every day. I think he stayed somewhere in Encino and I stayed in Calabasas. So we like 15 minutes away from each other. I'll pull up on him almost every day. We was so locked in friendship wise, it didn't always come up as let's do a song. We was just really genuinely kicking it. When, you feel me, the little situation came about, it really, feel me, messed with me a lot.
Were you concerned about anything with that with Juice WRLD, or where you were at as well?
I ain't never really think about that.
As soon as I heard him,
First song he dropped, he was out of there, folks.
First song I heard,
Shawty out of here. No, Juice WRLD like, it ain't never gonna be no nigga like him.
Hell no.
This nigga freestyle for 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
We come to his slot. He done rap since I walked through the door till I go back home.
Till you leave out that bitch, folks.
He making a song for motherfucking Sonic Hedgehog.
I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
With make the
Take a
song
day trip.
in 10 minutes, but he rapping about Sonic, and he making that shit sound like some shit you would hear in the club. I'm like, what the fuck,
And they did a couple songs together too.
Bear me like a pharaoh with this money and my go-to. Keep a shooter and then try to rob me, this the wrong tune.
I'm from Chicago, she said she like my accent. I'm from Chicago with Glocks, what we react with.
Dirty soda with no coaster. She do coke, no Coca-Cola. Where she from, she say the coach.
Get them niggas from around you if they won't ride. Lot of us, they love to talk, but they don't slide.
And yo, to this day, Polo G still shows respect to Juice by playing songs they have together.
Out here like we friends, you know I don't know you. You know I got demons alone. I got pain in my heart, I told you all this time. All this money, 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 money on my mind.
And Armed and Dangerous too. Love that.
I'm in town. Shoot 'em down.
Man, RIP to Juice. It's them drugs, man. Them drugs, the pills. Put them shits down, man. That shit is the devil. And speaking of pills, in August of 2019, there was a little scare for Polo, where he claimed he almost lost his life. He posted this picture of him in the hospital bed and said in the caption, "I got a little too lit last night and woke up in the emergency room. Almost lost my life. My pops made sure I was straight and back on my square on Gucci. I don't take that for granted." Love that man to death. Man, can you ever imagine if we would have lost Polo like that, bruh? Or just lost him in general? Especially at that point in his life and his career, so young, such a rising star with so much potential. Man, good thing he was Gucci for real. And not too long after that, he ends up dropping the song Heartless, one of my favorite songs by him. And he actually said this on his story once about that music video. He said, "Backstory for that video, I was fresh out the hospital bed from almost overdosing on them pills. I pop right back out and shoot that video. Now that bitch platinum with 100 M's by it." Woo!
My young is heartless, so they ain't playing no games. We really want him dead, he got hit up close range.
And yo, funny thing is, I've been doing this YouTube shit for so long. I remember doing a reaction to that video on my channel when it dropped.
Polo G honestly is like top 5 like my favorite rappers for sure right now, like for sure. But Polo G lit, bro.
My young is heartless, so they ain't playing no games.
Hey, video hard.
See some more brains, started dealing cocaine. She an Instagram addict, she want more fame. How you ain't playing no games? We really wanna dance. He got hit up.
This shit catchy as hell.
In October of 2019, I went to Rolling Loud, New York, where I remember vividly being mad excited to see Polo G that day. It's crazy when you look at this lineup. Pop Smoke was supposed to be at 310 and Polo G at 315, but the police in New York wasn't having it and didn't let any of the New York street rappers like Pop Smoke, Casanova, 22Gs, Chef G, and I even think Jay Critch, none of them performed, bruh. So I was like, damn, that shit sucks, but at least I get to see Polo, cause to be honest, I don't know who I would have went to see if it was Polo G and Pop Smoke at the same time. I don't know, man. RIP to Pop Smoke, though, for real.
Pop, I worked with him right before he passed. Like, I was in the studio with him. He said he leaving to LA. Damn. I stayed in New York an extra day to make sure Fabio laid his verse. A contact was telling me Pop wanted to get in the studio in LA the night he passed.
Damn.
How talented was he in the studio? Like, what was his process?
It's crazy
like?
too.
Was he quick or more like methodical with his?
No, yeah, he was quick.
That song, when you guys were recording, you were probably both like what, 20, 19?
Yeah, I ain't know he was that young though.
I know.
He
but
like
you're the same age,
bro.
About.
Yeah,
crazy.
Little brolic, he got the facial hair, deep voice. This nigga like way older than that. So when I seen they say he was only like 20, I'm like, what the fuck? He was ahead of his time for sure.
Oh god, bro. This is the credits, man. This is the fucking credits, bro.
She got me stressing 365 nights. No people working against us like we don't have rights.
This is what I'm talking about. This nigga is a fucking poet, bruh.
That's just the way it is.
I'm dead ass, bro. I'm not even trolling, bro. I don't know why I'm crying, bro. People be dealing with shit and niggas just don't even be talking about it, bro. So it's like, I don't know, bro.
You finally made it, big brother. You're the GOAT.
I don't know, bro.
Now here comes 2020. We all know what came with that. That year was crazy. Just in life, just the world in general, bro. The pandemic. The year Polo G really became a solidified superstar, even proclaiming himself pretty early, I might add, as the GOAT. And this was the time period where, I guess since he put that narrative in the air, the GOAT this, the GOAT that, everyone was rocking with Polo on social media. He could do no wrong. Wolo G is what I was seeing.
L, I don't take none of them. W's, Wolo G, that's my nickname. Shout out to all my fans on Twitter.
People saying he's the best rapper out. He was getting an insane amount of love all over TikTok, doing hella numbers on YouTube and his streams. He was really on top of the world alongside his peers who was going crazy at the time too. In the same lane as the Roddy Riches of the world. Dirk was becoming super mainstream. Lil Baby, Da Baby. That 2020, 2021 era, Polo G was legit one of the hottest rappers in the world. And with that being said, he went on to drop his second album, The GOAT, on May 15th, 2020, debuting at number 2 on the charts and sold 99,000 copies first week, and is 2 times platinum as of today, which makes it his most successful album to date.
Niggas saying they the GOAT, but I can't buy into the hype. High off ecstasy and that codeine while I'm sipping. This new Glock got 33, Scottie Pippen. Even on your worst days, girl, you still kinda cute. If it go down, I'm gon' protect you, pull that stick out and shoot. Hit the strip out the school, couldn't wait till I got out of class. Used to stare at the clock and shit. Snakes in the grass, watch out for rats and all the feline. I cut everybody off, keep hitting decline. Well, shit like the Warriors, all my niggas gon' shoot. He gon' have to take a loss, so my niggas gon' too. Well respected in this hip hop. Lil Polo be spitting facts, a lot of rappers doing way more stunning than giving back. I've been serving fiends all day, out there posted with the gang, nigga. We was taught to get it off the block.
Polo G going through his day through different scenarios and different settings, and everything's kind of moving in slow motion around him, but he's moving at regular speed. And there's gonna be gunshots fired at him and bullets, and he's kind of, navigating through it and not being targeted by it at all. And then at the very end, we reveal that one of the masked men shooting him was actually himself. So it's kind of like a metaphor on him fighting his demons and, you know, just getting through that day-to-day lifestyle.
Bruh, too bad on the song Be Something.
Flexing so hard, I might pull a muscle, but I just keep stunning.
Lil Baby's verse was mixed so poorly.
Goofy try stealing my formula. These niggas corny, these niggas can't come on my corner.
Yo, just peep this comment. Shit's hilarious. Like, what is up with that mixing? Anyways, can't forget these 2 fire features he did this year too.
I should slap you for saying he hot as me. I don't know who could fuck with me, honestly. He played foul when we gave him a pass. That don't mean we won't get on your ass in the future.
Oh yeah, by the way, he made the XXL freshman list this year too.
Summertime out there slaving, we exhausted from the heat. Better get a ride home, cause ain't no walking when it's beef. They only wanna know a story when they choke him in the street.
In September of this year, he announced his own record label, Only Dreamers Achieve, with Syracuse-based artist Scory being his first signee. Polo G would then go on to drop the song Epidemic this year too, which peaked at number 47 on the charts.
I'm so sick of farewells and RIP. In the trenches yelling gang gang, mob ties what I bleed.
He would later end up putting this song on his next project, Hall of Fame.
How do you feel mentally going into album number 3 compared to where you were when you released the first 2?
I know I'm at a point where criticism is way bigger than my first 2 projects. I just set a higher ceiling for myself with the quality of music that I put out in the past and just having a lot of more people quick to say a negative opinion. So this time around, I know that it was a lot of more pressure on me to be great.
To start off the year in 2021, Polo G was going strong leading up to his 3rd album, Hall of Fame. He dropped the song GNF as his 2nd single to the album, which to be honest, I thought it was aight. To me, that song was whatever.
And shout out to Pop Smoke, but they don't really want to fuck with Lil Woo.
He would end up being on the Judas and the Black Messiah soundtrack.
No more revolution, it's just fuck the ops, ignore the peace. Died in the hood, he never left with so much more to see.
And was also on the posthumous track from Pop Smoke, Fashion.
Slept on the floor at my auntie crib under the pillow, that's where my Lil West was at.
The next single he would drop would go on to become his biggest hit of his career.
I've been making like 2,000 a minute, so high up through the clouds I was swimming.
And even peaked at number 1 and lasted 2 weeks there. The video hit 1 million views in the first 6 hours and 26 million in the first week. I kid you not, at the time I knew Polo G was popping, but I had no clue that this song would take off the way it did. I mean, the song is fire, but a number 1 song and he's by himself on the track at that? Shit, that's what's up. I even made a video about this when it dropped. So yeah, Rap Star took on a life of its own, and we would finally get the album Hall of Fame on June 11th, 2021, debuting at number 1 and sold 143,000 copies first week, to some pretty high praise.
Say fuck the opposites, but deep down we really all alike. Look how he got heat, the type of heat that break thermometers. Way far from my peak, and where I started took a lot of work. Hard eyes for my bitch, trying to make this one night we won't forget. When you said you love me, girl, you scared me. I'm faking smiles, I'm hurting inside, can't let my fans see.
Call me Capilati, big Slamalini, little Slam Gotti. That ain't the Guinea, little bitch, that's the Gotti.
Used to hit the block and serve, work the rock like Carrier. Link up with gang like what's the word?
Look, I'm downtown Chicago on Mississippi with Polo and we on some woo shit.
My favorite song off this album is definitely Go Part 1 with Herbo. Bruh, they snapped on this shit.
Tell me what it is, we ain't ducking smoke, we ain't scared. He reached for this Cardi, it's gonna be a whole lot of red.
I low-key wish Polo would have experienced more with beats like this, but yeah. A bit after this was around the time I feel like the so-called fans and the hate started to swarm in, saying that all he uses is the same beats, same flow. Once you heard a Polo G song, you heard them all. Piano G, Polo guitar, whatever you want to call it. Shit like that. But the way I see it in this industry, it's always damned if you do, damned if you don't. If a rapper was to keep making songs sounding like how they came up and continue to do so for multiple projects, people are gonna say, yo, we heard this already, all this shit sounds the same, etc. But if you was to go and make some left field shit, then they're gonna say, what the hell is this? We missed the old Polo. You feel me? You can never win, honestly. But I can understand the criticism too though. After a while, it does start to become a bit monotonous, repetitive, even though the music is good, but I get it. Polo G even admitted in a sit down with DDG that he really let the critics get to him for this project, and he made this album with the mindset to try and make it to the liking of the people and try to use different kind of beats, but he kind of went away from his sound and it wasn't necessarily what he wanted to make.
How you deal with critics? You know how the niggas be on the niggas comments these days. It's like really, like on Twitter comments, no matter how much, you even say that in your song. Like Piano G and shit like that, or motherfucking, your music ain't hard, or whatever the hell niggas say.
I know that shit be cap. And the Piano G shit, that shit actually just like funny to me. Like that's something I more so embrace. The only thing that I let it fuck me up, like when I was younger, feel me, coming off my second album, I dropped The GOAT. And I had a pretty good like reputation with just dropping good music, but I had that hovering over my head like, oh, he only used a piano beat.
Yeah.
So coming into like Hall of Fame, my album after that, I ended up trying to be selective and picking beats that wasn't that. And I really veered away from my sound. Like I got away from my sound. And it ain't really something that I regret because I know it was a lesson that I learned. Yeah. But I feel like I did it too fast, and that's like probably one of the projects of mine that I don't really like or care for. Like I could go listen to my old shit front to back and still be like, yeah, I fuck with this tough. And it's just certain songs I just feel like I could have did better than that.
So you don't fuck with Hall of Fame?
No. The deluxe, I like it better. Like my music always gonna be good to me, but I always know when I could go hard.
Yeah.
So I feel like me just trying to venture off into just listening to people too much.
Which is why he ended up making a deluxe later on in the year, which low-key was a whole project in itself with Hall of Fame 2.0, which many people, including myself, think that it's better than the original Hall of Fame. That shit is so fire.
Oh, to be young and dumb, don't believe in one-on-ones. Rich ass gangster, my gun match the color of my cop. Any sudden movement, this bitch go fuck. I be with savages, theirs not having it. If it's ever a problem, we tackle it. Ever since my little bro brothers died, he always kept a stick. My mama told me fuck a friend, they be choosing sides. My steppers marching like a band, they hit toe black and wetted. Hell no, we ain't playing, you better call a record. $500,000 cash, that's just what I'm feeling like. Yeezy match my Dior bag, that's just what I'm feeling like.
It definitely made up for the original project and fixed a lot of the issues I think a lot of people had with it originally. Yo, Parting Ways is easily the best song on there.
One day we was lovers and friends, but everything gotta come to an end. Heartbreak got you running again. I can face shots by news, what we do to ops. No niggas want me gone, but I can't go.
That nigga be saying some savage shit, bro. But he saying that shit so gentle, bro. You feel me? His flow so gentle right now. But he mean that shit, though. I feel him, though. You feel me?
It's gonna be a sad day when that Rugenot.
Nah, I fuck with this flow, too, though. It's just so damn calm, bro, and laid back. He just chilling on the track, you feel me?
He also ended up making the Forbes list, 30 under 30 list. But before I end this year off, I gotta talk about what went down with him and the police, literally the night when Hall of Fame came out. Polo G and his 16-year-old brother at the time was arrested by Miami police, leaving his album release party. Polo G was charged with 2 felonies, battery of an officer, threatening a public servant, and 3 misdemeanors. According to police, the vehicle was stopped due to having quote-unquote dark tinted windows. Polo initially refused to exit the vehicle and called his mother on FaceTime. Bruh, here's the body cam footage that got leaked a year after this happened. So mind you, the public didn't know this happened until a whole year later. So yeah, judge it for yourself.
Yo! Yo! Yo!
Stop.
You broke as hell, I definitely.
Oh, here we go about the broke and about the money. Oh my god.
Broski, you broke. I'm just saying, you got $10,000 in your bank account right now. You got $10,000 in your bank account. I'm just saying, bro, because if you die right now, what could you give your kid? If you die right now, what could you give the lady that you in bed with? What could you give to your mama? Have you ever bought your mama anything?
Yeah, Mother's Day.
Did you buy your mama a car? Did you buy your mama a house? I did that. I did both of those.
So good for you, bro.
What you invested in, bro? Do you even got any money in stocks, Bitcoin, anything? What could you get to your kids? You don't have. You broke, bro. I'm telling you what's real. If you die right now, only thing they can say is he was a good officer.
That's enough for me.
You worked that overtime to still be broke.
So see, again back about the being broke stuff.
How's that benefiting you?
It's an honorable living, my man. It's an honorable living.
You got $5,000, you couldn't answer that.
It's an honorable living. Bro, I don't care, bro. Can you stop talking? Is that what rappers do? All you rappers know how to do is talk? Just shut up already.
I'm about bro, that's great. I'm smarter than you. I look better than you, and I got more money. That's bro. You're like a little kid. I'm smarter than you. I look better than you, bro. Like you're like a little kid, bro. Are you serious? I bet you I can. Smarter than you. I look better than you. Bro, you got A pluses, bro. Shut up. Tell me your Instagram. My girl don't got Instagram, bro. That's not that new age stuff. Facebook or Twitter. I bet you I bag your.
The charges ended up getting dropped, but the public perception really started to look at him like an entitled brat or some shit. And not only did that happen, but his crib got invaded too in September of this year.
Okay.
And shout out to his mom, because if it wasn't for her, who knows what would have happened. She said, yo, it's either you or me. She was letting them things blam at the door. And Polo G ended up hiring 24-hour security after this incident. Oh yeah, he has some pretty good features this year too.
At my first repass at 9, then I start going off the twin Glocks thing 1 and 2. Hollows eat up his top like a lunch. Do you remember last night? Cause I blacked out in that all white dress with a back out. Money counters beeping, blue strip dreams while I'm sleeping. Need like an M what I told to the teller. Remember was shopping no matter the weather. Catch a op, get the stick, body drop, kill a brick. We just get money, fuck hoes, you know the usual. And this shit forever, can't accept the thought of losing you. Cali cruising in that IA with the doors off. Now we went and remember back then they never chose us.
Now we're in 2022. Honestly, it was a bit of a dry year for Polo, but he did do like 2 or 3 features.
I never thought that we'd make it and that hurt was stuff. But still grinding every day like I ain't earning enough. Pop out, slide, spark your blick. Has to be left in narco sick. Fuck my ops, they not on shit.
With one of them going pretty viral. Bitch, what up?
Hey, what up? Is you really living them lyrics or what? Hoes play our shit when they get in the truck.
He did drop 3 singles though. My All, which got a Cole Bennett video.
No, I swear these hoes, you can't trust them. Baby, I don't want relations, I'm just trying to fuck some.
Bag Talk.
Bag on the op, now we getting them claps. Switch let off, we getting them rap. Sauce from the Drake home, out his now.
And Distraction, which actually ended up being on his next album 2 years later.
I go so hard, they still discredit my talent. Took shit too far, now they regretting what happened.
Other than a few shows and Rolling Loud performances, he ain't really do much musically. Peep how excited Amsterdam got when the Kid Leroy announced Polo as a special guest.
And he said, yeah, so without further ado, this is motherfucking Polo G.
Actually, now that I think about it, when I saw Trippie Redd at Rolling Loud Miami in 2022, he actually brought Polo out for Rich Motherfucker. I'm a rich motherfucker.
All I hang with is crooks, and they play with them choppers. If he a lame like Dylan Brooks, I take him straight off the rocket.
On Maxine, bro, we in this weak ass hotel, man. This shit look like Division 11 in the county. Like, what the fuck? I mean, I know you ain't gonna see water and palm trees from the wind. Damn, okay, cool. Fuck what I'm talking about. Polo G tonight. Meet me at Live on Bro Gray.
2023. This is the year where I feel like Polo G kind of disappeared from people's minds. Like, I didn't see anyone talking about Polo G. I didn't see many people wanting more Polo G music. Obviously his fans, but you get what I mean. It was kind of stale for a minute. Earlier this year too, this was around the time Gunna was getting accused of being a rat and shit. People were turning on him. Then the blog started dragging Polo G into it. So a lot of rappers were unfollowing Gunna and shit. Then people saw Polo G's followers and saw that he wasn't following Gunna. No Jumper was out here making a post talking about it, saying Polo G joins the trend and unfollows Gunna on Instagram. Polo wasn't having that though. He put on his story and he said, I wasn't never following him to unfollow him. Y'all be on my beepy. I don't follow up behind nobody. I make my own decisions as a man and I do a good job at minding my business. You don't see me in shit for a reason. But anyways, Polo was out here trying to lay low and work on his next album. So we did get some music from him.
My whole city catching bees, I'm from the rack for real. Hey, look, I do this shit for all my guys that got put under. 50 shots, I'm a drummer. Ain't for his face when you blowing the steel to make sure you really gon' catch some. When you sit down with the law, don't squeal, just close your mouth when that test come. Cash calls, I'm talking bands, he broke, he can't interpret that. I spent thousands just on pants before I bought a shirt to match. Like I never been too much to handle. Roll the dice, you know love is a gamble. Since a young, you knew I was that nigga. That ain't him, so it's probably an act. Wooski make shit scary, just one deep.
And speaking of his next album, a few months later you would see posters out in LA with a QR code teasing his next album, Hood Poet. And in August of this year, he would drop a teaser on his YouTube for the project.
The chosen that blossoms or suffers from enlightenment or dark fate. It's crazy that without my losses, I won't feel complete.
And it said September, the album is dropping. When I saw this, I was like, finally, let's go. And he gave us a lead single for it, Barely Holding On. Amazing track.
Barely holding on. This life gets scary as it goes on.
But boy, oh boy, he did not know what was about to happen to him that month of August. On August 23rd, the mansion that he had bought about 2 years prior, damn near 100 cops pulled up and raided his house. They searched everything, found hella guns, but good thing for Polo is that he's not a felon, so he could have a gun if he wanted to. Polo's lawyer got involved, of course, but the thing is though, bruh, it wasn't just one gun like I said. There was a bunch of Call of Duty classes in the crib. They raided the house because his brother, aka Trench Baby, was getting into some legal trouble. A week prior to this, he was at a music video where he allegedly tried to rob the director. They said that he walked up on him and told him to wire him the money. That's some different shit. How crazy and awkward is that for someone to tell you right then and there, hey bruh, whip out your phone right now, wire me the bread. So of course, you already know Polo and his team had to delay the album, but I'm not talking like a month, a few months, nah bro, an entire year. August of 2024. And just when you think it couldn't get any worse for Polo, Trench Baby will end up catching a body a few months later, bruh. Jesus Christ. Now we're in 2024. The fans at this point, literally starving Marvin. The drought is real. It can't get any worse for Polo, right? Yeah, just when you thought it was gonna be all about the music this year, he ends up getting arrested for gun possession at a hotel. But he ended up bailing out that day. The judge slapped him with a $25,000 bond. Whew, okay, cool. That's gotta be it, right? We could focus on the music now? Nah, bruh. In June, just 2 months later, his mother ends up shooting at his sister, bruh. Her own daughter. I can't even show the footage because it'll probably get this video demonetized, but yeah, y'all gotta Google this story. It's honestly insane. It just sucks for Polo and his team, I'm sure, because at the end of the day, whatever his friends or family or anyone associated with him get into some legal shit like this, it's just gonna make him look bad. It's not good PR. It ain't good for his reputation. They gotta understand that. He's a public figure, but Polo has no control of that, so I'm sure that's really frustrating for him.
Came in to act an ass, they act like they couldn't hear us knocking. I came from hustling, robbing, and trying to flip my profit.
Well. Y'all know we've been waiting on this for a minute, dog. We've been waiting on this for a minute.
What's good, bro? How you feeling?
All good, man. Big drop day, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to say that on the radar freestyle was crazy too.
I appreciate it.
Nah, no doubt. Congratulations on another dope project. How you feeling about it?
I feel great about it, man. It's been a long time coming. You know, I'm real excited. Like, normally any other time in my career, when I dropped the album, I always was nervous. But this time, I don't really got that feeling. Like, I feel more relieved than anything that I finally was able to get it out, like, after all this time.
We're finally here, boys and gals. Hood Poet. He overcame obstacles during pain or emotional trauma. Pretty dope acronym. Man, my boy Polo G did 1 million interviews the week of this album. Like, you could, like, he's already introverted and kind of mellow and laid back, but bro, you could tell he was exhausted.
Hey man, is it hard for you to do interviews?
No, not for real. I feel like I'm pretty smart.
Right.
I just know sometimes it's a character thing where people want me to be a little bit more enthusiastic or something. But it's like my personality ain't even like that.
Hey,
I'm a laid back dude.
Your voice even dropped even more when you were doing it. You like, people want me to be hype, but I'm not.
This press run, He looked tired as shit.
As a kid, I didn't really, but
yeah,
like when I got older and rapping became a thing, that's like where I lived, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I hate to say this because I'm a big Polo G fan, but I'm gonna be brutally honest here. And listen, we all got our opinions on shit. No one's truly right, but come on, man. You can't sit here and tell me that this album is even better than Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame 2.0 is definitely better. Aside from Angels in the Sky, which, by the way, 4 years later, we finally got this grail, bro.
Walking slow up to that casket, tears raining from his eyes. Hey, y'all gotta help me write a hook. I'm finna run that shit back.
Literally, 2020 he previewed this. But yeah, for me personally, nothing truly made me want to go, yo, run that shit the fuck back. Other than Angels in the Sky, for me personally. It's obviously not better than Die a Legend or The GOAT, but I mean, yeah, it's a good project, but the production isn't too interesting. The songs are a bit lackluster. Some of the mixing is poor too. He has songs on this I feel like we've heard before, you feel me, but done better. No Recruits with Herbo.
Waking up on Sunday, I wasn't getting saved. We was waking up on Monday, bonding out the cage.
Good track, but Go Part 1 is 10 times better than this. The Kid Laroi track, it's good, but I'm not really bumping that over and over.
Can't you see I'm dying inside, keep falling.
Kid Laroi has a fire verse, but it just ends so abruptly, leaving you wanting more.
I feel like I try to do everything right, but somehow I end up paying for it.
The Lil Durk song, which he made it the single, it's pretty cool, but it sounds like a 2020 throwaway track.
We got the guns, we'll shoot. No, I ain't worried about what he'll do.
Which Durk bodied, by the way.
Better believe, just don't bleed at me. They judging me off my ass. Better believe.
Polo's performance is okay. I've heard better Lil Durk and Polo songs. Don't get me wrong, Polo still got an amazing pen game here. The lyrics are definitely the highlight of the project, but the execution is just, I don't know, it ain't really rocking my socks. Like, it's nothing spectacular. Dark Side is one of the hardest tracks on this tape though. Fire.
I'm the type to prove it on talk. It don't matter what he do, it's all his fault.
But yo, what the hell is that Glorilla Song's beat?
Who made this beat?
Sounds like a 5-year-old made that shit. Absolutely awful. I can't believe that got released. I mean, shout out to their chemistry, I guess, but damn. Only Gang is one of the few songs we get a bit of a flow switch up, which I can appreciate.
New niggas, I don't fuck with new niggas. No, we don't recruit niggas.
And it slaps in the whip. But then 4-2 Doug comes in sounding like a Walmart Kodak. Kind of ruins it for me.
I'm trying to bleed, so I hope the gang don't look surprised. I'm dropping 5.
G63 is hard, Offset bodied that.
I'm like, bitch, please. My wrist cost 3. Running to the money with no sleep, exhausting.
Future did his thing, and his verse was actually mixed well on Survival of the Fittest.
He never murdered from this and go get it. My little brother, he a demon whenever he in the track. Talking over the young.
But damn, his verse was so short. We didn't even get Sorries and Ferraris.
Then came the Sorries, and then the Ferraris.
We didn't get Cloudy Sky.
I'm from the city where the murder's at, so I could break a thermostat.
These are 2 songs that he dropped months before the album, but it just didn't make the cut. But we got Distraction though, which is 2 years old. Detox is I
fell in love with them G-locks, pain and me leaning off them drugs with my heat cock.
But how does a song like this compare to Polo's highlights in the past? He has way better Polo G type songs like this. Man, I was so excited for this project, man. Basically 3 years in the making, and I just felt like I was forcing myself to love it as I'm bumping it over and over, but it just kept falling flat. In fact, here's a review I read online from Slant Magazine, who gave the album a 2.5 out of 5 and stated, "This leaves Hood Poet feeling somewhat shallow and lacking in creative depth. In fact, if you weren't privy to the extended period during which the album was produced, you might mistake it for a rushed product. And the frequently amateurish audio mixing, where Polo's vocals often sit behind the beat, only exacerbates that impression." Exacerbates, interesting word. Hood Poet otherwise remains as straight-faced as they come, showing little interest in pushing Polo out of his immediate comfort zone. While the MC might frame this as to sticking to his guns, it more often feels like an acceptance of complacency. Whew, damn. Interestingly enough, as I'm recording this, Polo made a tweet today saying, "I want it to feel like 2018 again," and Jesus, did the comments flame him. Yeah, we could tell by the album. No shit, I haven't listened to a Polo G song since 2018. This guy's bugging, by the way. Last time you made good music, kid. Please don't go down the Uzi rabbit hole. Damn, bruh. I mean, shit. It's kind of crazy because after we got this teaser last year, he tweeted saying, "This rap shit got so lame and watered down, it ain't no fun in it no more. Honestly, after my Hood Poet album, I'm considering retiring from music. So I appreciate everybody riding for me tenfold." He ended up saying a year later in an interview, I forgot which interview it was, I've watched like 10 this week, but he said he's no longer in that mindset. I guess during the moment he was feeling that way and he was going through a lot of legal shit, and I guess looking through the comments and just social media in general, it was probably a lot to handle and just a lot of pressure for him. So I can understand how he may feel that way. It was probably just too much for him, but yeah, he doesn't feel that way anymore. At the end of the day, at 25 years old, Polo G has accomplished so much already in his career. A successful career to the point that many rappers wish they could have. In fact, there was this stat that I saw I think last year that just made me say, whoa! Like, that's crazy. It said Polo G is the only rapper in history to have all his albums certified 2 times platinum or higher. Bro, you already know I had to do some fact checking, and Eminem has like 8 albums that went like 4 to 20 times platinum plus. But it's because he has such a large discography. Yeah, technically all of his albums didn't go 2 times platinum, but yeah, since Polo G only had 3 out when this stat came out, yeah, it's a technical fact that his whole discography is 2 times platinum. But yeah, it's a little deceiving, but still impressive. Let's see how Hood Poet performs though. Over time, I'm sure it'll get to that point, but I will say though, Hood Poet as of today is on pace to sell under 25,000 units in the first week, as opposed to Hall of Fame, which did like 100,000 plus first week. But hey, let's see how it performs over time. Like I said, Polo G's career is extremely successful despite what the haters may say about him. And yeah, he might not have the most exciting or loudest personality in the world, and he may not be the best performer, but the real fans listen to him for a specific reason. And his music is unlike a lot of shit out there, so I love that soulful, melodic street shit. It kind of reminds me of why I love Rich Homie Quan's music so much. It's pretty similar in that way. No auto-tune, just melodic, real music. So I'll always support it. And I can't wait to see him in New York next month, actually. It's a random little vegan festival or something like that with Glorilla, Quavo, and Polo G. So yeah, subscribe if you want to check out that vlog down the line. But yeah, this is one of those documentaries I really wanted to make, not because of people flooding my comments or, you know, DMing me like, yo, do this documentary, do this, do that, or because I know it'll do well. Nah, I didn't really care about any of that. I wanted to make this because I wanted to, you feel me, for myself, and I really wanted to know more about his old music and his come up, and you know, for the real Polo G supporters. It took me quite some time to write the whole script, edit everything. I'm such a perfectionist, so a lot of times I'll like stutter and shit, so I'll have to do a million takes. But yeah, did this all on my own, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. So yeah, shout out Polo G. I still need that Hall of Fame and Hood Poet on vinyl though. Like, come on, bro. What you waiting for? I'll check you guys in the next video, man. Peace.